In this video, we are going to learn about routing. Routing is an important feature for any front-end framework, just like in a traditional back-end frameworks. It allows developer to build modern single-page application that can be loaded once by the browser and provided multiple view that the user can navigate between them using the browser address bar and navigation buttons or hyperlink in the application interface. So Angular 8 provides a powerful router that allows you to map a browser routes to a component. So let's see how we can add routing to application built using Angular 8. This one is that Angular route project. So first I'm going to add some component. So just I'm going to create one folder, that is a new folder. I'm going to give the name, that is a layout. Okay, so in that layout I am going to add open in a terminal. So here I will write like a ng, g for generate, c for component, so dash flat equal to true. Make is remove that spec, because once you will write like a flat equal to true, that means that it's not going to create separate folder. Now that is a spec that is for testing, so I'm going to make this one is a false. Okay, so first before that I have to give the name. That is the first I'm going to give that name is a header part. Okay, press that enter. Now you can see here in that layout there is a no folder, because once you are going to create like a ng with CLI command like a ng, g for generate, c for component, and we are going to create like a home. So that times it will create one folder that is with the name of a home, or inside that home folder you will get all those 4 files. But here I have removed one file, that is a .spec. So I mentioned that one, that spec should be false. So here you can see here option spec is deprecated, use escape test, because a spec for testing. So I'm not going to test. So that's again going to create that for footer. Footer actually is not required, but I'm going to add like a footer. Okay, so now you can see here in that layout folder there is 3 more files will be added, that is a footer. You can see here that is a footer. So this one, so now open that app component.html. I'm going to remove this all except that router outlet, because that router outlet is the container where the child component will come here. So here I am going to write like a app is that open that header first component.cs. Here you can see that app header is a selector, so you can write here app header. This one is the selector. Okay, so it will be header, and that it will be one more is that is for footer. So open that footer component. Yes, here also it will be that app dash footer. So here I'm going to write like a app dash footer. Okay, now let's see that run the application. Let's see how it's look like. For run the command ng serve dash open. Now you can see here there is a header part, one is that your footer part. Okay, now minimize the application window browser. Now I'm going to create one more folder in the app, inside the app, that for general. This like a general component will come like a, I'm going to add that home controller, just like a home component. So after that the content component and that about component. So that for that the 3 component I am going to use that route. Just open a terminal like same like that, and g for generate, c for component, not footer. I'm going to write like a home component. one. Then here you can see the home component will be add. You can open the general. You can see here that home component. Now I'm going to add same like that for contact. Same for contact. And one for about. First we will add these three like a about. Okay. Now in that header parts, just open that header.html. Yeah. Now open that app.routing.module.ts. Here you can see here there is a one constant routes, that is a route. Here need to add that particular. First it will be path. So path is a string that specify the path of the route. So path will be, if it's a blank, so if it's a blank, then it should be redirect to. So redirect to is that URL fragment which you will redirect to if a route is in matched. So just if you see here that route is matched, so I'm going to, it should be route. Once you will blank, it should be route to the home. One more is that is a path match. Okay, path match I'm going to write is a full. Okay, so basically the path match is a string that specify the matching strategy. If can take a prefix is that default or full. So I'm going to use here the full. Second one I'm going to add like a path. If it will be home, I'm going to in the URL, if it will be that home, then it should call the home component. So I'm going to write like a home component. Okay, same like for, if it's a path is the contact, then it should be redirect to the contact component. Okay, if it's about, then it should be redirect to the about component. But what will happen if a URL will not correct? Because if it's a in the path, if home, then it will call the home component. If it's a contact, then it will call the contact component. If it's about, so it will call the about component. But if you will write like a ABC, so what will happen? So for that I'm going to create one more component, that is open the terminal. So going to create one more component, that is for page not found. So right here, page not found. Okay, press enter. So one more component CSS and TypeScript will be added here. You can see here that is a page not found. So if it's path like a strict, this one is called a wildcard, then component could be page not found, page not component. So after that, route is its export is ng model, it's registered that route model that for route. So this one is the routes, you can see here. Now open the app component to HTML, and for header I'm going to write that URL. So you have to write that anchor tag. Okay, so after that anchor tag you have to write like router link, right? And it should be first, it will be the home, double quote single quote equal to home. Just add that one. Sorry, this one is I'm writing in a CSS. Sorry for that. It should become the header that component.html. Here I have to write like that. Okay. So right here again. Just close all those because it's creating confusion. Open that put header, header component like here. Okay, so here I'm going to write like a e, then here it will become that router link equal to, once it will be that home as home, so here I'm going to write like a home, the 2 pipe. So for another, just like click here, if it will be the contact, so it will be that contact. Okay, the next it will become that about, if it's about, then it will be the about. Okay, now save the application. Now you can see in the browser, now you can see here one, it's a home, then if again you click, you're going to click that contact, so it will be that contact words. If you are going to click in about, so you will see that about. If you are writing something ABC, like a B C, just press the enter. See, it's redirecting to the page not found works. But if it's I'm going to write only that without this space, press the enter, so it will redirect to that home works. Because if you will look that in that app routing module, here I mentioned that one, if path is a blank. Path is blank in the sense like if there is nothing in that URL. Okay, this is called the blank. So what is that? If its path is the blank, so it's redirect to the slash home, then it should become like a, once it's a blank, so take as a slash home, it should be like that. Okay, it's saying like that, so if it's a blank, then it should be slash home. And path match is the full, just I told you that path match is a string that is specifying the matching strategy, so it's matching that one. If it's a matching that slash home, so that means it's saying that, so call this home component, this home component, so it's calling that one home component. If you want to add more, so just create that one more component, that is going to create one imply. So same like here, if it's a write like a home path, if it's a will be the employee, then you should call that employee component. Okay, so I have to add in the here also, just copy and paste it. If it's a employee, then it will be employee, so call the employee. Oh, something is problem here. Here it should be problem. Yeah, this comma. Now you can see employee. Once you click on employee, then it's calling that employee works. In the next video, we will learn that one route parameters. Till now, I hope it's clear. Thanks for watching.